From a young age, we are taught to save our money, to put a percentage of every paycheck into a savings account. But can saving alone actually make you rich? Or is investing the real secret to building wealth? Get it wrong or do nothing at all, and it could cost you hundreds of thousands over your lifetime. In this video, I will show you why. Let's start by explaining the biggest mistake most people make when it comes to saving. Hi, I'm Sabina. I'm a chartered certified accountant with 10 years of experience. And on this channel, I share knowledge and strategies about finance, entrepreneurship, and self-development. When you save your money in cash, it gives you safety and security because you know exactly how much you have and you can access it whenever you need to. On top of that, cash in your bank account is protected up to £120,000 through the Financial Services Compensation Scheme if your bank goes out of business. The best saving rate you can expect right now sits somewhere around 3%. But while that balance is sitting there and growing every single month, something else is reducing its value, and that is inflation. Inflation is the rate at which prices rise over time. The price of everything goes up each year. Your groceries, your rent, your energy bills will cost you more today than they did 10 years ago. And as the Bank of England inflation's calculator shows, goods and services that cost £100 10 years ago would cost £141 today. And this inflation will slowly erode the value of your savings. So even though your bank balance looks like it's growing with the help of savings interest, the purchasing power of your money is actually reduced. The biggest mistake most people make is that they have all their savings sitting in a current account or low interest saving account. This means you could lose hundreds of thousands in purchasing power completely unaware of it because of inflation. And that's why saving alone won't make you rich. But before you start investing, there is one thing a lot of people miss entirely that will let you invest safely. And that brings me to the next point, which is how much money you should actually keep in your savings account. Before you start saving or do anything else, you should focus on keeping enough of your money in cash to cover emergencies and any known expenses within the next 5 years. I recommend keeping at least 3 to 6 months of your fundamental living expenses in cash. Your essentials are mortgage or rent payment, groceries, essential bills, and minimum debt payments. Whatever that total is, multiply it by 3 for the basic emergency fund, or if you want more protection, multiply it by 6. That's the size your emergency fund needs to be to cover any unexpected expenses. And it's important to keep any other amounts in cash that you plan to use in the next 5 years. This could be something like a wedding, a house deposit, or anything else you are saving for. And make sure that you keep your emergency fund and other short-term savings in a high-interest savings account, which offers a market-leading rate of return, and that you can access it whenever you need to without paying any fees. That way your hard-earned money is working for you and it's not losing its value to inflation. This will give you freedom and a peace of mind, knowing that you won't need to go into debt or sell your investments at a loss to pay for any unexpected expenses, like a house repair or if you lose your job. When it comes to building wealth, there is one thing that matters more than any of this, and that is this is a brand new channel, and if you learn anything from this video at all, do me a digital handshake, hit the subscribe button, and comment with what you have learned below. Investing. Investing can be a really powerful tool to create wealth, because when you invest your money in the stock market, it has the potential to grow over time because of the power of compounding. The way it works is that the money you invested earns interest, and then that interest also starts earning interest over time. The single most important variable is not how much money you invest, but how long your money has to grow. The earlier you start investing and the longer you stay invested, the more time your investments have to grow and the more money you make, because returns compound. And the larger your initial investment is, the more the returns are going to be on that investment, and then the more the returns are going to be on the accumulated interest. The best and simplest way to start investing that anyone can access is to invest in index funds. Index funds are low-cost, ready-made baskets of stocks. When you invest in index funds, they hold a variety of investments within them, which will reduce your risk by spreading it across multiple companies, sectors, and industries. If you are a beginner starting to invest, you want to keep things simple with broad globally diversified funds. An S&P 500 fund or an all-world index fund is a really solid starting point. When you invest in stocks, the value of your investment can fluctuate over time, specifically during short term. This means that some years you might earn more and some you might earn less. But on average, the stock market as a whole has historically grown by around 8% a year after inflation. Let's say you invested 10,000, earning an average of 8% return per year. After 1 year, it becomes 10,800. After 2 years, you'd have 11,664. And then after 3 years, 12,597. Each year, you are not earning interest on that original 10K. You are earning interest on all of the growth from the previous years too. That process keeps repeating with your gains generating their own gains year after year. By year 10, your original 10,000 investment would have grown to over 21K, and by year 20 to over 46K. As you can see, investing in the stock market can be a better way to grow your wealth than saving alone. But there is one important thing about investing safely and strategically that I didn't tell you about, so watch this video right here if you want to learn more. I will see you there.